The space was cold and empty. Stars blinked in the distance like silent watchers. Far from Earth, deep in the outer zone, a single human ship drifted quietly. Its name was Ghostfire. It looked small, like nothing dangerous. But inside, it carried something powerful. And someone dangerous. Captain Mara sat alone in the control seat. Her face was calm, but her eyes were sharp. She had been in space for weeks. No backup, no communication. Just one mission: watch the alien border and report anything strange. So far, everything had been quiet. But quiet was never a good sign. She tapped the screen. Signals were coming in, weak, broken messages. Not from Earth, not from any human base. Unknown transmission. The AI whispered. Mara leaned forward. Play. A burst of static. Then a voice, rough and deep, speaking in an alien language. Then silence. Her hand hovered over the controls. She didn't speak, didn't move. She just waited. The stars outside stayed still. But Mara knew something had changed. She could feel it. Suddenly, the warning light flashed red. Multiple warp signatures detected, the AI said. How many? She asked, voice steady. 7 ships, large class, not human. Her heart thudded once. Just once. She didn't panic. She didn't run. She had trained for this. The alien ships appeared like shadows from the dark. Big, sharp, and full of weapons. They surrounded Ghostfire in a tight circle. Mara watched them on the screen. They thought she was alone. They thought she was weak. They were wrong. The lead alien ship sent a message. This time, it was in broken English. Human ship, leave or be destroyed. Mara smiled slightly. You already made your choice, she said. To no one, the aliens didn't wait. A second later, bright plasma beams shot out from 2 enemy vessels. The blasts hit Ghostfire. A loud rumble echoed through the ship. Shields holding at 78%, the AI reported. Mara's fingers moved fast. Activate cloak. Charge cannons. Fire back hard. From the outside, Ghostfire disappeared, like a shadow swallowed by the dark. The alien ships blinked in confusion. Then one of their ships exploded. No warning. No trace. The others moved quickly, scanning every direction. But they saw nothing. Ship destroyed, the AI said. Target, Krellin-class destroyer. Mara stayed calm. Her eyes watched every movement on the screen. Her voice was cold. Next one. Ghostfire reappeared for half a second, just enough to fire 2 pulse rounds. Then vanished again. Another alien ship's engines failed. It spun out of control, crashing into its own fleetmate. Panic began to spread among the aliens. They sent out more messages. Where is the human? What is the ship? But no reply came. Inside her cockpit, Mara whispered, You wanted war. Now you've got it. She wasn't just a captain. She was Earth's silent weapon. Ghostfire was part of a secret project. 1 ship, 1 pilot, able to defeat fleets. And now, she was showing the galaxy what a single human could do. One by one, the alien ships tried to regroup. They fired wildly into the dark. But space swallowed their attacks. Ghostfire moved like a ghost, unseen, unheard. Then came the next explosion. Another enemy vessel gone. The lead alien commander shouted on open comms, We should not have fired. But it was too late. Earth didn't forgive first strikes. Back in her seat, Mara took a deep breath. Her hands were steady, her voice firm. 3 down, 4 to go. She checked the fuel. She checked the weapons. Everything was working. Everything was ready. The game had just begun. She wasn't going to run. She was going to finish this. Asterisk. The stars no longer looked calm. They flickered like nervous eyes, watching from above. The space around the alien fleet was filled with broken signals, fire trails, and fear. Captain Mara leaned back in her chair inside Ghostfire. Her ship was quiet again, invisible, cloaked in darkness. No heat, no light, no sound. Just a ghost. In space, enemy vessels scanning wildly, the AI reported. They can't find what they can't see, Mara replied. In the enemy command ship, panic had begun to grow. The fleet had arrived with power and pride 7 warships strong. Now 3 of those ships were gone. Not damaged, gone. Destroyed by 1 human ship that had not even answered a single threat. Alien commanders argued over the radio. Some wanted to run. Others wanted to fire everything they had. But there was a problem. They didn't know where to shoot. Suddenly, one of the smaller alien cruisers picked up a faint energy blip. It turned toward the signal and launched 2 torpedoes. But the torpedoes hit nothing. That was when Ghostfire reappeared. Just for 1 second, enough to lock on. Then it vanished again. The cruiser's screen flashed red. It tried to turn. Too slow. A bright white beam cut through the cruiser's center like paper. Its engines exploded, sending burning metal flying into space. The light faded, and only silence remained. 4th kill confirmed, the AI said calmly. Mara stared at the map. Only 3 enemy ships left, each one now spread apart, increasing distance. Trying to avoid being grouped. Smart, she muttered. But not smart enough. Suddenly, she opened a secret panel on her console. Inside was a single glowing button labeled Echo Pulse. Time to send a message, she said. She pressed the button. All 3 enemy ships were hit at the same time, not with weapons, but with Earth's newest psychological tool. An ancient sound file played directly into their communication systems. Old human war music, drums, screams, a deep human voice chanting in a lost Earth language. The alien commanders jumped in fear. The sound crawled into their minds. None of them had ever heard anything like it. Is this human battle music? One alien asked, trembling. The enemy admiral shouted, "Turn it off! Jam the signal!" But they couldn't. The sound kept playing, repeating louder and louder. On Ghostfire, Mara smiled slightly. She knew they weren't just afraid of her ship. Now, they were afraid of what she represented. 1 human, 1 warship, and already 4 enemy vessels turned to debris. She activated her engines again, low and silent. The ship floated toward the largest alien cruiser. This one had the admiral on board. She knew that because the enemy ship was running away, cowards. She aimed her cannon. But this time, she didn't fire. Instead, she sent her own voice across the enemy channel for the first time. Just 6 words. Fired first. We finish last. Then she fired a flash pulse non-lethal. Just light and sound. The alien admiral screamed and shut down all sensors in panic. She didn't kill him yet. She wanted him to remember this night. The other 2 ships tried to shield the command vessel. They formed a line between Mara and their leader. So she gave them attention instead. Ghostfire. He appeared for 2 seconds, fired twin torpedoes, and vanished. 1 ship was too slow. Its shields collapsed. Its hull broke in 2. Now only 2 alien ships were left. Inside Ghostfire, Mara checked the weapon systems. Her voice stayed calm. Rearming, cloak at 60%, target panic. Not ships. The AI responded. Suggestion. Push psychological advantage. Already doing it, she whispered. She changed the music again. This time, it was Earth silence. No sound. No words. Only a human heartbeat, 1 slow beat, echoing into the minds of the alien crew. They could hear it through their walls, through their helmets, inside their heads. Thump, thump, That didn't stop. The alien admiral dropped his weapon. His eyes were wide. His mouth trembled. We attacked the wrong species," he said quietly. Back on Ghostfire, Mara leaned forward. The human warship began to glow softly in the dark, just enough to be seen. She let them see her coming. Now because fear was already her most powerful weapon, and it was working. The alien fleet was broken. Only 2 ships remained, and neither one could find the enemy. A single human ship moved around them like a ghost. It didn't make sound, it didn't show light, and every time it appeared, something died. Captain Mara sat inside Ghostfire, watching the stars like a hunter watches prey. Her eyes didn't blink. Her hands stayed calm. Outside, the last 2 alien vessels tried to form a defense. They spun in slow circles, scanning the dark, but nothing came. Just silence. No missiles. No lasers. Just fear. Mara whispered, "Let them feel the silence. Let it grow." The AI responded softly, terror level rising. Enemy heart rates detected unstable. She smiled a little. Good. Time to introduce them to the dark. She activated Ghostfire's shadow mode. The ship absorbed all nearby light. Even stars seemed to vanish around it. Cameras turned black. Radars showed nothing. She had become space itself. Inside the alien command ship, officers screamed at each other. One shouted, "We're not fighting a ship. We're fighting a shadow." The admiral didn't reply. His hands shook as he stared at the screen blank. Empty space. Suddenly, lights flickered on their bridge. A sound echoed through the room. A human whisper. Just 3 words. "Behind you now." Everyone turned. Nothing there, but when they looked back to the screen, one of their escort ships was gone. Vanished. No explosion. No sound. Just ... gone. Inside Ghostfire, Mara kept her voice low. 5 down. 1 to go. She wasn't just using weapons. She was using their minds. Breaking them slowly, she opened a new channel, sent a message to the last alien ship. "You are the last." No reply came. Just static, but that was enough. The last ship began running full speed, engines on fire. Mara didn't follow, not yet. Instead, she recorded a short message. A message meant for every alien race watching. This is what happens when you fire first. Earth answers only once. And it is final. She uploaded the message to open channels. In less than a minute, it would reach every military frequency across 5 sectors. The galaxy would know. Then she moved. Ghostfire dropped cloak just for 1 second. Long enough to appear on the fleeing alien ship's radar. The alien captain screamed, "No, not again." He launched every weapon he had behind him. Missiles, plasma blasts, shock torpedoes, but none of them hit. Mara didn't dodge. She vanished. Again. Then reappeared right in front of the ship. Close. Too close. She fired once. Not a missile. Not a laser. Just a short-range pulse that shut down every system inside the alien ship. Lights died. Engines cut off. The ship stopped, moving. Floating. Powerless. Inside the dark ship, the alien crew froze. The emergency lights turned red. A new message played on their speakers. A human voice. Ship was not alone. Earth sees everything. Then silence. Forever. Mara didn't destroy the last ship. She left it to drift broken, humiliated, and full of witnesses. Because stories travel fast. And fear travels faster. Back inside Ghostfire, Mara sat back in her chair. She watched the stars calmly. The battle was over, but she knew it wasn't the end. The galaxy had seen what one human ship could do. She whispered to herself, "Now let them wonder. What happens when more of us arrive? The AI broke the silence. Mission complete. Number. Threats remain. Message transmission across 6 star systems confirmed. She nodded. Good. Let's go home. The ship turned away from the battlefield. It left behind wreckage, silence, and a warning the stars would never forget. One human ship, one decision, one message. Never fire first. Asterisk. Far away. On the planet Cordal Prime, the alien High Council gathered in a dark chamber. Holograms flickered. Above the round table, images of broken ships, drifting metal, and one silent shape that haunted them all. The human. Warship. GHOSTFI RE. The Admiral of the Lost Fleet sat alone in the corner. His armor was cracked. His eyes were empty. He had not spoken since his ship was spared, but everyone in that room could feel his fear. One elder leaned forward. You said it was just one human? The Admiral gave a small nod. One ship. One? Pilot. We fired first. They erased us. Another council member growled. How can a single Terran ship do this? But no one had answers. The room fell silent as they replayed the final message the human had sent. This ship was not alone. Earth sees everything. That sentence shook every species listening, because if this was just one, how many more? We're waiting? Back on Ghostfire, Mara listened in. She had hacked into the Council's open channels. She watched their panic with cold eyes. They're afraid, the AI said. They should be, Mara answered. They called us soft, weak, but they forgot Earth is a death world. The AI added, galaxy-wide chatter increasing. Many factions requesting Earth's stance. Some fear retaliation. Mara leaned back in her chair. Let them talk. We've already spoken, in fire. Meanwhile, on another alien planet called Baroktel, a warlord pounded his fists on a metal table. Cowards! We should strike Earth now before they bring more. His advisor whispered, what if that ship was not Earth's best? What if it was only a scout? The warlord paused. He hadn't thought of that. And that was how the fear spread, not just from what the human ship did, but from what it might do next. One Terran ship had made entire governments stop and question their own power. The alien admiral who survived sat in isolation now. He refused to speak to anyone. On the wall of his dark cell, he had carved the shape of Ghostfire. Below it, he wrote a message in his own blood. Do not follow them. Do not chase them. Let Earth sleep. But the damage was done. In the Galactic Assembly. A dozen ambassadors argued. Some wanted peace, others wanted war. But none agreed. Finally, one nervous voice rose. We should send a message to Earth. Apologize. Offer alliance. The others hesitated. That suggestion felt like surrender. But it also felt ... safe. Back on Ghostfire. Mara received a ping. An official transmission from the assembly. To the captain of the human ship. We regret the attack. We wish for peace and ask for dialogue. Mara stared at the message, then smiled. They're begging already. The AI asked, do you wish to respond? She thought for a moment, then said, send back coordinates. If they want to talk, they can come to Earth. Pause, and tell them to send only one ship. The AI sent the message. Then silence. No reply came. Mara whispered, let them sit in it. Fear is a weapon too. Her mission was nearly complete. But inside, she knew something bigger had started. The galaxy didn't fear Earth's armies. No. It feared Earth's silence, because in that silence lived ships like Ghostfire. And in those ships lived people like her. Humans didn't conquer for glory. They didn't attack without reason. But when attacked, they did not forget, and they did not forgive. Captain Mara sat alone in the dark cockpit of Ghostfire. The stars outside were quiet, but she knew the galaxy wasn't. Her silent strike had. turned systems upside down. Fear traveled faster than her ship ever could, but something else had begun. She leaned forward as her AI reported, "Encrypted message received from Earth Command. Priority level, Crimson." Crimson meant only one thing: retribution. "Play it," Mara said. The message came in the voice of Earth's highest-ranking war strategist. "Captain Mara, the incident at Sector Delta 9 has echoed through 12 systems. The Galactic Assembly is in panic. Some are calling for war. Others are running scared. It's time to finish the message you started. You have permission to initiate Phase 2. Mara blinked once, then nodded. The countdown had begun. Somewhere deep in space, a hidden alien fleet gathered behind a moon in the shadow sector. It was a strike force 15 ships strong, sent in secret to track Ghostfire. They believed she was damaged, alone, vulnerable. They were wrong. Mara already knew. They were there. She had been watching. She whispered. They didn't listen. The AI answered, "Ready to engage? Targeting active." Mara brought Ghostfire. Out of cloak. The alien fleet was caught off guard. Human ship detected bearing 032 Mark 7. Attack formation now. They moved fast, but not fast enough. Mara didn't fire missiles. She didn't send warnings. She activated a weapon no alien had seen before: the gravity lash. From Ghostfire's core, a burst of dark energy spread like a silent wave. Invisible to most eyes, it grabbed one of the alien warships and crushed it inwards. No explosion, no fire, just silent implosion. A whole ship, folded like paper. The other alien captains screamed, "What kind of weapon is that?" Mara replied over open comms, her voice flat and cold. "The kind you earn after centuries of surviving a death world." The fleet tried to retreat, but Ghostfire was already inside their formation. She moved like a shadow, slicing between ships, firing pinpoint blasts that took out engines and command bridges. 5 ships disabled in under 2 minutes. The rest tried. To escape, they left behind debris, smoke, and silence. But one ship remained. The lead command cruiser. Mara opened a channel. "Commander of the fleet." "Identify yourself." A shaky voice replied. I am Lord Tyran of the Kultura Union. We only meant to observe you." "By sending weapons?" Mara asked. Silence. And she continued. "You fired first. Again, that makes your entire Union guilty." "No, wait. We weren't ordered to attack. We're just a scout fleet." "Wrong answer." She didn't fire this time. Instead, she sent Ghostfire straight toward them, spinning end over end in a silent death roll. The alien crew panicked. They launched escape pods before the ship was even hit. Ghostfire never struck. She flew straight through them, unharmed, untouched. Mara whispered to her AI, "Let them live. They'll speak louder than wreckage." The AI responded, "Message received. Witnesses escaping at light speed." Back on the command channel, Mara left one final voice message. "Earth never wanted war, but we will always finish it. We do not bluff. We do not forget. We do not stop." Then she vanished again, Ghostfire cloaked in full, leaving the battlefield cold and empty once more. In the days that followed, news spread across hundreds of worlds. Alien fleets halted their movements. Council meetings were postponed. Even warlords stopped drafting soldiers. Why? Because one Terran warship, only one, had turned the stars quiet, and no one knew where it would appear next. Space was silent again. But this time, the silence wasn't peace, it was fear. Across dozens of alien-controlled systems, leaders stayed up late, reviewing sensor logs and emergency reports. They all said the same thing: one human ship, hundreds of lives lost, entire fleets defeated, no warning. No mercy. And now, the worst part? No one knew where Ghostfire had gone. Captain Mara sat alone in her war seat. The stars outside looked peaceful, but her mission wasn't over. She stared at a screen displaying a blinking message. Final broadcast ready. Deliver or abort. She looked at it for a long time. Then she whispered, "Deliver." The message was not like the ones Earth usually sent. It wasn't a list of demands. It wasn't a treaty. It wasn't even a threat. It was a reminder. Across all known systems, the broadcast played at once. No face appeared. Only Mara's voice, soft and sharp like steel. You saw what one ship could do. Imagine 10. Imagine 100. Now ask yourself, why did we only send one? The screen changed. Wreckage, fire, alien ships floating in ruin. Footage from battlefield cams the aliens never knew were active. Then her voice again. Earth is a death world. We don't brag about it. We live with it, survive in it, learn from it. We don't send war fleets to show strength. We send warnings. The final image appeared Ghostfire, floating calmly, surrounded by the shattered remains of 15 enemy ships. Then, silence. The galaxy trembled. The assembly went dark. Embassies closed. War councils paused mid-speech. Pirates abandoned missions. Mercenaries switched contracts. And one phrase kept repeating across comms. They only said one. Mara leaned back as the broadcast ended. She wasn't proud. She wasn't. Smiling. This wasn't glory. It was duty. The AI spoke. Message received from Earth. High Command says, return if safe. She paused. Plot course to Earth? No, she said, not yet. New objective? She tapped the console. A new region lit up on mapped space. I'll scout the edges. Let the galaxy wonder. The AI understood. Confirmed. New. Mission. Psychological pressure campaign phase silent. Ghostfire powered up gently, its engines humming like a beast asleep. Mara stared out into the stars, her eyes steady, her voice calm. They're watching now. Let them wait. Let them feel it. Months passed. No word from GHOSTFIRE. No sightings. But every time an alien fleet gathered near Earth's borders, they stopped. Something always made them turn back. No signal. No ship. Just a whisper. She's out there. Alien soldiers refused to patrol the sector she was last seen in. Cartographers marked it red. Traders called it the burned line. On one backwater planet, an alien child pointed at the stars and asked, "Is the Ghostfire real?" His father replied, "Real enough to fear." On Earth, in a dark military chamber, a general looked at a blank screen. He didn't speak. He didn't need to, because sometimes the most powerful war isn't the one you fight. It's the one no one dares to start. Final. Message from Earth. The galaxy opened fire. We answered. One ship. One pilot. One warning. This is our silence. Don't mistake it for peace.